So huge thanks for joining me. I'm here in the beautiful Google campus. Yeah, cold, but here in one of my favourite locations, Granary Square. It's not really a square though, is it? It's quite...
Although this one's Pancras Square.
Oh, sorry.
Granary Square's the one over there.
Okay, yeah, it does say Pancras Square behind. I have to admit, I always thought this was Granary Square.
But we are shielded, I think, here, less so in Granary Square.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got good protection.
I have got that wrong then before, you know. But this video is about getting things right rather than getting things wrong.
Yeah.
So, at the age of 20, you got involved in property. Your dad lent you some money.
Yeah.
It wasn't a huge amount. It wasn't insignificant as well. And yes, that has made a huge difference, I'm sure. You know, you could have, just splashed it out on nice new car, shoes.
I don't think that was part of the deal.
Sure.
But it was that he would lend me the money. I'd been working hard. I wanted to get myself on the property ladder. It made sense to have yourself on the property ladder rather than, renting a property. So that's what I did. I bought the house when I was 20. A small terraced 2-bed house in the really dark area of kind of edge of Croydon, edge of Thornton Heath and Norbury, which I didn't realise at the time till I lived there.
I was going to say, your background initially was in fashion, is that right? So, one of the questions we were discussing offline beforehand was how you have intertwined fashion, or where the transferable skills from fashion have been in terms of property. And we looked at one of the things which you visualise when you come into a space is how can you make it more appealing. But your greatest strength, you were saying, was discovering new areas or areas which are relatively new. And East London you mentioned.
I think every property I've bought and renovated has not just improved from the work I've done to it, it's been the area that I've bought in, and it seems that I'm buying as the area is on the up, or before it's on the up. For instance, I think my flat in East London I bought in 2004 when it was one of 2 blocks on the edge of Victoria Park. And anyone that knows that area now will know that there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of canal side living all along there. And that was the only one, and then consequently it's one of the bigger ones. It's got a separate kitchen, it's got gated car park, and that area really rose. My dodgy Croydon buy, that really rose. I then bought in Highbury, then in Brockley, before Brockley rose. After that I went back to Victoria Park and did another one in Victoria Park when it was just going on the up again. That would have been about 2014, 2015. Then Hackney went in for another big jump. And then more recently I did the edge of kind of Borough and Elephant and Castle.
Sure.
I've actually still got that property, so I think that is an area we're watching out for at the moment.
So look, Nicola is presenting in early January 2018. It's scary to think that 2017 is almost coming to an end.
3 weeks.
Of course, it depends when you're listening to this video as well. Nicola, we were discussing, offline about your education, who's been some of the major influencers, who are you reading. Just remind me the lady's name who...
So I said Nicola Brown. She's a big believer in being your true self, and in being so you will be at your happiest. And one of her books that stands out to me is Daring Greatly, and she just suggests in there that if you show up, you should show up fully, you should be yourself, and you should be present and take every day as your best.
Look, so education's absolutely important, so is systemization as well. So we're here yards away from Google, so it's a good place to mention the word Google and how you use Google. What apps do you particularly use to have an effective system
for the business? So everything I do is on a spreadsheet. Years ago when I started it wasn't actually, but now I am adamant that that's the best way. It helps you keep up with timelines, it helps you keep in the budgets, it's good for appraising your projects. And then I use Google Drive, which means it's pushed around all your devices, you can access it at any time, it's not stuck on your laptop when you've left your laptop at home. and we are outside Google, as you said.
Sure. Look, huge thanks for joining me, and huge thanks for joining myself as well. Thank you.